Hot Wheels Retro Entertainment 2015 K-Case. What started out as a hobby exclusive Hot Wheels set, this is now being found in retail stores. So beyond that, I don't really understand what's going on. I don't really care. I buy my cases online through sources on eBay. But I have heard reports from fellow collectors that this is available in your local stores. This should be the last assortment for 2015, if I'm not mistaken. K is usually the last, I believe. But who says that it wouldn't continue on in 2016? With the popularity of this set, I believe it probably will. Look at this casting. Starsky and Hutch 76 Ford Gran Torino. This thing is amazing. And as always, we're going to look at all of these cars close up, out of the package. And in the package, the back's a lot of copyright information. Don't really care about that, but look at that. Really cool packaging on that one. And the best part about this one, there's three. I think there's four of them in here. Maybe there's only three. Well, three so far. That's a pretty good count. So hopefully you'll find a pretty good chance of getting those. Although I do have a feeling they are going to get hoarded. As will these White Wall Back to the Future 1955 versions. So this is when they went way back to the future, in Back to the Future 3. Look at that car. This is amazing. Solid metal, big Real Rider White Wall tires on it. We've never seen these tires before. People are going to be hoarding this car just to use those tires, I have a feeling. Actually, we have seen those tires before. We saw them on the Hot Wheel Collector's version of the Ecto-1 Ghostbusters car. And maybe some others, but look at three of those as well. Pretty good chance of finding those if you can get to the shelf when they're first stocked. Anyways, here's the peg warmer. Get ready for the peg warmer. It's the bat. Yeah, it's not a Hot Wheel. It's not wheels. It's not my favorite. It's cool that they have castings like this, but the scale's all wrong. And yeah, no wheels, no Real Riders. And probably going to be a whole bunch of those. Well, there's three so far, so maybe there's only three of everything. The Spy Who Loved Me. Here's an overused casting for 2015. The Lotus Esprit S1. Obviously with the metal base on it this time, however, not the plastic as you would found in the main line. And Real Rider wheels. But we've seen this one in a whole bunch of James Bond series, Walmart exclusive cars. And the main line, and here it is again. But oh well, I love it. I love these wheels. I love this car. So that one may still be on the pegs though, just because it's pretty familiar. Good thing they put four of these in the case. Even though this is the cartoon version, this thing weighs a ton. It is very heavy casting compared to the other cars. All metal. It's got the cartoon guys on it, which is just awesome. I grew up watching this cartoon. Brings back a lot of memories seeing this car, and I think it's a really cool version to add to the collection. It's kind of the same as the Homer Simpson cars, and you know, the Homer's purple car. These are going to be a hit, and people are going to be picking these things up like crazy. Look at, they've all got white walls on them too. Perfect. Lots of white walls in here for you customizers out there that want to trash these cars and take them all apart and make them better and maybe make them worse. Who knows? Let's get these things on the turntable and have a look at them. So here is the 5-car set. We'll just have a quick last minute look at the whole set all together in their package before we crack them. And I have arranged them in order of my preference from most liked to kind of liked. Well, I kind of like the bat. But I really like the rest of these cars. But I have to say, the Starsky and Hutch is my winner in this lot for sure. The Back to the Future and the Ghostbusters car, almost a perfect tie really, but I've just put them in the order pretty much that I pulled them out of the case there. And I expect you're going to find a lot of these two sitting around on the pegs, but not many of these ones. Not many at all. The 76 Grand Ford Torino. Check out this thing. Just beautiful. Look at those big fat rubber tires on the back, giving a nice high rake. The super detailed tail lights. Let's just slow this down for a second, take a look at those. Fully detailed license plate. The tampo's not quite lining up on the roof there. I expect that some will and some won't. But really, really cool casting. They blacked out the grille in between the raised portions, painted the headlights. And check out the base on this thing. Big solid metal base there. Really nice tires, and look, it's got a little die cast molded revolving light on the top, so it's not going to get bumped off. And look at the license plate on this thing. Isn't that cool? Definitely taking the prize for me. Really, really nice looking car. Next, looking at Back to the Future Part 3, the 1955 version of the DeLorean here. Look at the tires on this thing. Tons of detail. It's got the old Mr. Fusion in the back, and this car weighs a lot. It's another really heavy casting. Let's just slow it down here for a second and look at some of these details up close. Lots of copyright material on the base. Very nice tires on it. Look at the treads on them. And the details on the tail lights. Even Mr. Fusion is written right on the unit itself. And check out this little ghost emblem on the back bumper. It took me a while to find it in the first place. Don't even know what it says. I'll have to look at this video after I shoot it to read it. It's that small. And lots of detail on the front as well. As you can see, the whatever that thing is on the front of the hood, it's all cast right into the vehicle itself, the body. And this casting is the same size as all the other ones released, but it just a lot different because of the weight and of all the modifications added on it in metal. It's a heavy car. Speaking of heavy cars, check out this cartoon version of the Ghostbusters Ecto-1. This thing, like I said, is heavy. It's just a bit heavier than the DeLorean that we just looked at. Tons of detail on this car. Big, solid, long metal base on it. The real rubber tires on it as well. Awesome graphics. Look at those little painted taillights on there. It's just amazing that they can get the tampos the way they do nowadays on these cars. Every door latch is painted with every little key lock underneath of the latch itself, right there, as you can see. The little ghost on the side. No painted headlights on this one, but that's okay. It's got a bit of plastic on the top here for this piece, by the looks of it. Yeah, that is plastic. So, but that's actually cool because for you customizers out there, now you can remove this plastic piece fairly easily and have a nice smooth version of this big old 50s Cadillac ambulance. And even though it's a cartoon version, it has nice proportions. It looks quite nice. First thing I always notice when I open a big white metal Hot Wheel is the smell. You gotta sniff your white Hot Wheels when you first crack them open because it's got an intoxicatingly nice smell to them. But here we've got the Lotus Esprit S1. Lots of nice tampo work on it. Very well detailed. Super authentic looking wheels. It does really look a lot nicer than the mainline version, which was nice looking. And let's look at some of the details on this one. It's got the metal base like all these cars do, the rubber tires. And as you can see, this is a plastic part, this black piece here that extends probably through to the interior, I'm guessing, and right along the front. So they can get a lot of detail on that. And you can see it's got the license plate, the emblem, signal lights, more pinstriping, and the Esprit tampo. Really, really nice casting actually. Look, it's even got little tailpipes molded into it, so maybe I haven't looked closely enough at the mainline version, but I don't remember seeing this much detail, so I'll have to do a side-by-side on those cars as well at some point. Well, you might not get wheels with the Bat, but don't throw the packaging away too quickly. There's a little Bat stand that comes with it. I'm not sure, did this come with the mainline version? I don't remember seeing this kind of stuff, but it's possible. So you actually have a stand for your that's it's a pretty cool little item actually, I have to say. So we'll get that on the rotator and have a look at that. Pretty cool looking little piece. Probably not something that I would buy if, you know, for my car collection, but I did buy it, so here it is. But I'm also doing a review on it, so that's part of this, but I do like it, and I am a fan of the Batman movies, and this was a very cool Batman accessory, so. But, that being said, you put it next to a car, and the scale is not quite there. So, for me, that's kind of, I don't think it really belonged in the Retro Entertainment lineup. It's the same as the Stargate vehicles and all that other stuff, but anyways, here it is. It's a cool feature for some people. May really appreciate it and like it. I do like it, but it's not my favorite. So there's all 5 cars loose, and if anyone wants to see this thing go on the Hot Wheels Crisscross Crash, let me know. The weight of this car, I think, would send all the other cars flying off the track. Not sure how I feel about chipping one up, but it would be pretty cool to throw that one on the Crisscross Crash, and I do have 4 of them, so let me know.